Today I'm going to tell you about this compact 8-inch monitor from Wimaxit and what you're able to do with it. First, let me give you some tech specs. It has a 1280 by 720 resolution, so you won't be able to do any high-end gaming on it, but it'll be good enough to get an image and see what you're doing. 690 nits brightness display, so a fairly bright display, so for day and night. It has a bunch of inputs on the back of it, which we'll have a look at shortly, so HDMI, VGA, RCA, USB and BNC. It also has some built-in speakers, and we're going to have a look to see how loud they are. It can be used in a variety of different scenarios, such as CCTV monitoring, games console, FPV drone displays, Raspberry Pi and more. But first, before we jump into the monitor itself, you know what you need to do. Hit that subscribe button, comment down below on this monitor, do hit the like button also as well, and the links are down in the description below. First, let's take a physical look at this device. I have already unboxed this because I used it for demoing something in another video, but that's not going to take anything away from this. This is the screen itself. It has a full metal housing, so it's fairly solid. It has all the function buttons at the top here, so power, refresh, and the navigation menu bars. And on the back are the inputs that I mentioned earlier. So we have a VGA input, HDMI input, RCA, USB and BNC. So we're going to test out some of these shortly to see what it looks like. As I mentioned, it is fairly well built. It is made of metal. So we have the 75 by 75 VESA mount on the back of here. So you can actually have the option to wall mount this if you want to, or it comes with a bracket inside the box. So you can just pop that on here, tighten up the screw, and you can have that sat in any position you want, so up or down. It comes with the 12 volt DC adapter. You have a HDMI cable that comes with this, and hidden at the bottom you have a foam mount pads. If you want to stick this down to your desk somewhere, you can also do that, and it comes with a screen wipe as well to keep those dusts off here. Now you can see there's a little green tab here, and you're probably wondering what that is. That's just a protective film, so I can peel that off, which I'm not going to do at this point, but you can peel that off and obviously use that as you normally would. So what I'm going to quickly do now is run a few series of tests just to see how well it works. So I'm going to plug my laptop into here and just play some sounds on here so we can see how loud it is. I'm also going to wirelessly project my CCTV camera onto here so we can have a look at that. But just before we do that, let me go ahead and power on the unit itself. So if I plug in the power, I have plugged it into the side straight away, and you can see that comes up straight away. So fairly bright display you can see there. And obviously it's just going to come up with a blank screen because there's nothing plugged into it. But if we have a quick look at the menu items, you have the picture mode, brightness, contrast, color, they're all set to 50%. You have the volume, which is currently set to standard and it's off at the moment. And then you can have a clock on here, off time, on time, sleep timer, auto sleep. So you can actually get this to turn it on and off automatically, which is quite a good function actually. We have some settings, so what language you want the display in, if you want to reset it, if you want the blue screen on or not. There is a little what looks like a satellite down here, but I can't get to that. Maybe if I plug something in, then I might be able to get to it. But for now, let's go ahead and give it our first test. So I have a wireless HDMI transmitter that I have plugged into here, and it's also plugged into my NVR on the other side. So that's in another room somewhere else. So I have done a review on this product, so if you want to see that, the link is also down in the description below. So I have my NVR somewhere else and I can wirelessly project my CCTV images elsewhere. So for the example of this demo, it's on this monitor. You can see on the monitor it's displaying all my cameras and I can see them perfectly fine. So if you want something small and quick just to display an image, a single camera or multiple cameras, you can get this to do that. And this is perfect for it. Next, I will give a quick demo on my laptop and we'll see how that works, and we'll play a video and see how loud it is. I've also gone ahead now and plugged my laptop straight into this, and it connected up straight away with no issues and just popped up. So I've loaded my YouTube channel up here, of course. I'm going to load up mine, not anybody else's, but I'm going to quickly play you a video so you can hear the sound quality and you can hear what it's like. So I do have the review of the Netgear Orbi, so if you do want to check that out, it's on my YouTube page. You can go ahead and have a look at that. I've put the volume up to 100%, so I'm going to hit play and you can see what sort of decibels. So you can just see me talking at the moment. That's hovering around about 70 decibels. And I'm going to go ahead and play this.
This Wi-Fi 6 Netgear router gives you 6 gigabits per second throughput and can cover up to 6,000 square feet of your home.
So this gives you about 80 decibels, 80 to 82 decibels out of this monitor. It's not quite Dolby Atmos, but it's perfectly fine for this monitor at the price that it is. Again, speaking of price, the price of this is about $79.99 currently on Amazon. The link is down in the description below if you want to go ahead and buy it. I do think this monitor is quite good value for the price. I do like the clarity on the screen, it's very clear, it shows everything perfectly fine, and it has multiple uses, so it doesn't necessarily just need to display your CCTV or something else. You can go ahead and do multiple things with it. Let me know your thoughts down in the description below, what you think of this monitor. Is this something you would buy or use within your setup? Would you use it wirelessly to display your CCTV cameras, or for something wirelessly displaying your laptop, or even something else? For now, this is Inside Wire, and I'll see you in the next one.